Well, PLD got traded to the Washington Capitals in exchange for Darcy Kuemper. It's 1-for-1. There is no salary retained, and Nick is here with me, by the way. Right?
Hi.
Um,
I'm just like processing this deal because I just didn't explain. Like it's just such a
it just
bombshell.
dropped out of nowhere.
Like everyone's like, oh yeah, well, Markstrom is like a big deal and whatever, but I didn't expect this.
No. I mean, we were just making fun of PLD like what last week.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, bottom five contract. You're not getting rid of that. Oh yeah, and I mean, I don't know what Washington is doing, to be honest. Like,
I
makes no sense.
like I said earlier, I just don't know what value he has. Like, are you hoping he's like more than a bottom line player, third line player? Like, I don't get it. He's like entering his prime. Like,
I like my best guess is that they're trying to get over the goal record as fast as possible, and
yeah,
I do think in Washington, yeah, PLD is gonna have more of an opportunity. He was buried on the third line in LA. And yeah, he'll probably get first or second line ice time with the Washington Capitals. But for Washington, I mean, you're supposed to be rebuilding. Like you're not supposed to be taking like adding players. You know, you're supposed to be getting younger, shedding salary, and not adding. No, which I still think is a bottom five contract in the league. And I mean, good for LA for dumping him. I mean, it's still an awful trade. Looking back, you're basically trading Velarde IFL in a second for Darcy Kuemper, who
mm-hmm.
used to play for the Kings, by the way. Um, it like even about Kuemper, like I don't know if he's the answer in net.
I don't think so either. Like, I can't remember heading into the playoffs because Lindgren was the goalie. Was Kemper hurt?
I think Kuemper was hurt for some of the year,
He
and
was
then
hurt. But like, I just think his best years are past him at this point. I don't think Kemper's the answer. Like Markstrom would have made so much more sense. Like
oh
Calgary's
yeah,
going to be a bad team. Like if Washington wants to rebuild and want to hit the cap floor, it like somewhat makes sense. But like if you're expecting him to be more than like a third line bum, then like I just don't get this trade for Washington like at all. Unless your point of him of Ovi breaking the goal record.
that's
Yeah,
it.
he was bad last year, dude. He had 890. He was not good. He I don't know
Honest to
about
God,
that.
Talbot and Reddick were better than him, and Talbot and Reddick got shredded by
Yeah,
the Edmonton Oilers, right? And
yeah,
you know, and the thing with Camper is like you said, like he's faced a lot of injury issues. If he goes down with an injury, you're right back to David Riddick as your number one
exactly.
starter, right? And they've just extended David Riddick, so Riddick is probably the backup for your team next season. And like, you know, for LA, you know, like the buyout sucked. Don't get me wrong, but I think I would have rather bought him out and then use that cap savings and then go after a guy like UC Saros or like
That's
use
what I
that
was
Jacob
saying.
Markstrom, you know. And like, honestly, I think there was another bad contract out there that you could have traded PLD for, and I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know people are gonna look at this and be like, oh, LA totally won that trade, even if Kemper's a bum. I don't know, because I have a sneaky feeling that PLD could rebound in Washington. I mean, he has to at this point. If
Yeah,
he doesn't do well in Washington, I mean,
that's basically it in terms of offensive upside and
yeah,
whatever. Who knows, man? I think LA should have bought him out. Like you said, I know the cap penalty kind of sucks, but it's going to be cheaper now than it would have been next year. So, like, I didn't expect them to trade him. I thought they were just going to keep him or buy him out.
that's what I thought. Like, you know, like I know it's a huge risk heading into next season, but I mean, if PLD bounces back next year, then you're fine, you know. But I guess we'll never know. We'll never
LeBron
know. It's so.
LeBron said his full no move clause was kicking in July 1st, so he didn't have to waive it. But
Oh wow,
apparently,
okay,
he's
that's huge.
excited to go to Washington. So
That is huge. I mean, this is his
yeah,
fourth team in what 3 years, 4 years at this point. Like
yeah. At
you,
this point,
he's being tossed around like a joint at a party, basically.
pretty much. No sanitation, nothing.
um, yeah, I wonder how LA fans. I mean, I bet LA fans are excited. For Capitals fans, I mean, uh,
I just don't think Kemper, like you said, is going to solve the goaltending
it's
issue.
not
I
no.
mean, Olmark might be out there. He's a UFA. Like I don't understand
Yeah,
what like
Allmark
there's a
would have
lot
been
there.
like the better option.
100%. Like I don't know. I don't
And I
get it.
mean, like this is all. I mean, LA's already a pretty old team. Like, you still got Dowdy, you still got Kopitar. Dano's in his 30s. It's people
Mhm.
think they're a up and coming young team. I mean, not
I don't.
really, not
No, not
anymore.
really.
Like besides Byfield and Clark, like they kind of traded all their key young assets in the past to try to win now, and they really haven't. They haven't won now. They lost in the first round for 3 straight years,
Yeah, and
and
a lot of their veteran guys are gone. Like Dustin Brown retired, for example.
yeah,
Like a lot of the guys that were there 10 years ago that were big pieces are they're not there. Or they're not the same.
yep.
Like Dowdy and Kopitar are still great players, but like the window is like not. It's like not open really at all. Like
Yeah.
it's they're gonna be a meddling team probably until they eventually die out.
You
Like that's
know,
just how it is.
one thing I really wonder, and maybe I'm gigabraining this entire situation. What if they just buy out Kemper?
You could if you think you're gonna get a goalie in free agency. If you or if you can like trade for one if one's cheap. I don't know, but I guess that's a possibility too. Do you think Washington buys him out? I mean, I don't know.
I think I think they got PLD for a reason. I don't think they would take on that deal
Fair enough.
if
I'm
they
just
weren't
like
gonna
thinking
play
of
him.
it out loud.
One sec. Just for the purpose of this conversation, let me see Darcy Kemper's bio because I think it's an intriguing argument.
Yeah.
Kemper's bio per cap friendly, which was bought by the Capitals. I mean, it's not that great. It's 2.1, 3.6, 4.1, and a million for the next 3 years. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, like if they rebuild, we'll see. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who won this trade? Literally came out of freaking nowhere, like bombshell. Yeah. And man, it's just like the it's like the entire NHL didn't want to wait for the season end.
Yeah, it's like they're all just having dinner together, and they were like, "Oh, let's just like do
let's
all
make a
these
trade.
trades."
The finals are
yeah,
still going on. It's like next week's the draft.
yeah. It's like, oh, well, I have you in person before, because you never know with Wi-Fi and stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, should be a fun next few weeks. We got the draft stream, obviously, on the 28th or the 29th, whenever the draft is. I don't really know at this point.
It's next Friday.
Okay, next Friday. Oh, it's close by.
First draft, yeah.
We'll probably have a mock draft out this weekend. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And if there's any more news that comes out, obviously we'll make a video on it.